And now it's time for another Board Game Brawl unboxing with Nick Meanahan, sponsored by BoardGameBliss.com.
Hey now, my name is Nick, this is Board Game Brawl, and it is time for another thrill-a-minute unboxing video. I'm going to keep doing them until my subscribers rebel and just mass unsubscribe from me. Until then, I will continue to do unboxing videos. But today we're going to do Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers, which hopefully should be in this box I'm holding in my grubby little hands right now. This game has been much anticipated for, boy, the past year. I think they were demoing it at Gen Con in 2014. And it's just been building up a lot of hype. And out of the blue, out of nowhere, Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro announced that they were going to be releasing some copies of it in a very limited format to a select few stores and Amazon a month before Gen Con. Well, a little bit less than a month before Gen Con. And that they won't even be selling it at Gen Con, which is also pretty weird, although some people seem to say that this is not unexpected, that Wizards never really sells anything at Gen Con. They just have a big booth with display stuff. I don't know. I've never been to Gen Con. I can't confirm that. But it is a bit odd how they're doing this whole marketing strategy for it. And the only store I know of that has it is Amazon, and they were about a day late. So I don't know. It was a whole big fun-for-all. I don't know all the details about what happened behind the scenes. All I know is I have the game in my hands. If you're not familiar with it, it is a board game set in the Magic the Gathering universe, the very popular CCG. Each player takes control of a Planeswalker with miniature, and you summon minions just as the Planeswalkers would in the Magic CCG, cast spells, things like that. But what makes the game interesting and what really caught so many people's attention, aside from all that, which is interesting in and of itself, is the fact that it seems to be a spiritual successor to Heroescape, which was an incredibly popular, well, how should I say this? It's got a huge following now, a huge cult following, and it was mostly popular at the time, but it was not a line of toys and games that was kept up by Hasbro. They eventually dropped it and stopped producing it, and now partially because of that, the Heroescape line and all the many miniatures and terrains and everything involved with it has become like a very hard to get type of thing, and like I said, a cult following. People still love the game to this day and try to, you know, snatch up as much of the stuff as they possibly can. Much of what has been shown off from Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers has like very similar terrain and similar miniatures, but apparently is not fully compatible with Heroescape, which has caused a bit of an issue as well. People have been kind of upset about that. Nevertheless, I have to review the game on its own merits. I'm very excited about it. Even though I don't really play Magic that much anymore, I love the world. I love what they've done with all the Planeswalkers. So I am that much more excited at the prospect of playing a game similar to Heroescape with those Planeswalkers. So let's go ahead and take a look. We'll unbox it, and then hopefully I'll get to play it quite a bit over the next couple of days and have a review for you. Let's get to it. Alright, without further ado, we're going to get to the unboxing of Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers. First, we'll take it out of the Amazon Prime shipping box with my incredibly delicate tool, also known as just a knife from the kitchen. Hopefully I didn't just cut right through it. Let's get to it. Right. Nice. I actually thought the box would be a little bit bigger. Go. Alright, so that's that. Wow, it doesn't even have shrink wrap on it? It doesn't. I'm so used to board games having shrink wrap on them that's a bit odd. So, you know, Magic the Gathering is known for its amazing artwork, and this is definitely no exception there. I think the box is pretty awesome. It's really cool. They have the Planeswalkers miniatures visible from inside the box. Gideon, Jace, Liliana, Chandra, and Nissa. I'm going to say right now, I like Gideon. He's fine. I wish they had gone with a Johnny for the White Planeswalker. That's my opinion anyways. Just the back. Very cool. Okay, but you want to see what's inside, so let's go ahead and take a look. It doesn't have shrink wrap, it has like these annoying little tabs on it. Let's do this. Alright. Don't play with knives, kids. Alright, so here we go. Whoa! Nice. Very cool. That's a cool insert, too. That's a really cool insert. So we'll get to that in a second. Here's some of the terrain. Just a couple of things. All right. Hopefully there's more underneath this. Here are, what are these? Not entirely sure yet. Oh, okay. They're just like status indicators. So
movement +2, knowledge +1 power, +1 toughness. All right, that's cool. I mean, the fact that these are not cardboard, they made these plastic is cool. Let's see. I'm just doing the minor stuff first, and obviously I'll start taking out the miniatures. Dice and little... I guess these are indicators. I know there's like character card thingies in this game, so these are probably indicators to keep track of your stats. Maybe. D20. I don't know if that's like an official rollable D20 or a spin down life counter. I'm not sure. All right, let's get to the miniatures. These things caught my eye first. These are, I think, are like Chandra's Flame Beasts. Wow, the insert's really cool. They look good. Nice. I'm sure people much more talented than me will be painting them right away before they even allow themselves to play the game. The mic a little bit closer, sorry if that sounded muffled. Let's see. I don't know why I showed you all three, but there you go. There's all three. All right, let's do the Planeswalkers. There's Nissa. Nissa was a good choice for the green Planeswalker. I like her. There aren't a lot of other green Planeswalkers, right? Well, there's Garruk. I don't like Garruk, so I think that was a good choice. Chandra. I like Chandra a lot. I don't know. Let's get in even closer. Yeah, they look pretty good. That's not exactly what I picture Chandra as like, but there's only so much you can do, especially with like WotC's miniature quality. But it still looks pretty good. I like Nissa's staff there. Liliana, always a fine choice for the black Planeswalker. Let's see if I can get that to look a little bit better. The limitations of my camera. My apologies. There we go. That's cool. And then we got... This is Jace. Cool. He looks really cool, of course. Jace is like their mascot at this point. They got to make him look the best. And I like Jace. I'm not a Jace hater. And then Gideon. And like I said, I really would have preferred a Johnny to Gideon, but like I don't like a Johnny's like weird whip thing. But he's still pretty cool. Or I would have even gone for Elspeth, but they already had 3 women in the game. So here's some of the other creatures. I guess that's like an Earth Elemental for Nissa. I mean, I'll assume these are color-coded to the particular Planeswalkers. Different sculpts? That's cool. But they went for different sculpts. I don't think the Fire Beasts were different sculpts. Were they? Maybe. Let me see. No, they are a little bit. Wow, that's really interesting. Huh. So I was right to show all 3 of them off. Alright, cool. These are Cat Warriors? Are they? No, they're Rhino... Oh, they're the, what are their names? I forget. The Rhinoceros people. Not the Loxos. Those are the Elephant people. Cool. Those look very similar, though. No, they are a little... See, they're all a little bit different. That's awesome. That's awesome that they actually have different sculpts, even if it's only slightly. You know? Very cool. Maybe I'm not going to show you every single one. Let me just get like one indicative one of each type. Phoenix. Cool. Alright, these are also Phoenixes, a little bit smaller one. What else do we got here? Elven Archers. Very cool. And again, different sculpts. And I always say, even if you don't like these types of games, if you're someone who plays D&D, you should buy games like this and the D&D adventure games like Legend of Drizzt. Let's see. Cool. One of Jace's minions, I'm sure. Sweet. And a wizard dude. What else? What else? More black minions. I don't know. They have names on the bottom. Oh, they don't have names on the bottom. A lot of the WotC miniatures have the names imprinted on the bottom, but not on these, apparently. And, okay. Try not to rip them out too ungently, unless I hurt them. Alright. Just a few more here to show off. And alright, we'll show off this last one here. Cool. Alright, so let's look what's underneath the tray. And I'm sure that's the rest of the terrain. Yes. Okay. Again, this is very, very similar to Hero Scrap's terrain, but apparently it's a little bit different, enough that you can't just interlock them. dice. Are the dice imprinted or etched? That matters to me for some reason. I don't know. I don't like the imprinted dice. Sadly, they are imprinted. That's too bad. But this also seems, from my limited experience with HeroScape, like a similar thing. You're rolling swords and shields, attacks, and so on. Here are the character cards. Let's go ahead. Well, no. We'll get to the cards last. Let's do the rest of the terrain. Oh, wow. So that's the only plastic terrain is what I've shown you so far. Here's the rule book, which they still have not posted online. People keep clamoring for that. But it doesn't look too complicated. Like there's different variants, multiplayer, 2-player. Maybe it's meant to be 2-player. That'd be interesting. But let's go ahead and try to bust this open if we can. There it is. Let's do this. People are cringing like, no, don't cut it. It's all right. Ow. All right. More stuff. Alright, so here we go. Yep. So yeah, this terrain kind of fits onto this. Well, I don't know. I don't remember there being big cardboard boards from HeroScape, right? That's different. Let's see if I can focus a bit more. So there's that. They look good, though. Can't really complain. Huh. I wonder if those are just there for flavor, or if you start with the board that applies to your Planeswalker. Like, if you're playing that Planeswalker, you start with that board, or if that's just irrelevant and this is just there for show. If it's only there for show, as good as it looks, it would have been better just to have alternate terrain, right, on the other side, so you can switch it up. I don't know. There's Gideon, should have been a Johnny. I'm just saying. And then here's more terrain that you can pop out, 3D terrain, which is visible in some of the images that WotC has released. So, it's cool. That's not like a lot, though. Again, look, this is going to be collectible up the wazoo. You just know it. You just know that they're going to have, there's some little indicator here. You just know that they're going to have tons of expansions for this, more Planeswalkers to buy, so I will eventually get a Johnny, I'm sure, and more terrain, things like that, more scenarios, more creatures, more minions for the existing Planeswalkers in the set, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at the cards. We can do that real quick. This is a long unboxing, which I didn't think would be the case because it's not like this is a Kickstarter unboxing where there's tons and tons and tons of miniatures and extra stuff. Getting these open. Never have been. And I always damage the cards slightly when I do this, but that's okay. I'm not really a stickler for that. Damn. Wow, this is really tough. Wow. I don't know why I'm having so many issues with this. There you go, finally. Okay, so here, let's do this legit. Your character cards, there's Nissa's. Let's see, you have life, movement, range, attack and defense. Special abilities, a keen sight. Each green creature you control with a range of 2 or more that's within 4. Clear sight spaces of Nissa gets +2 range. Okay, I'm not going to read all these because I'm going to do that during the review, but here's like her, let's see, yeah. The Pummel Root Elementals, Elf Rangers. Those are our minions. Chandra Nalar, Flamewing Phoenix, Blazing Firecats. There you go. Gideon gets rocks. The rhinos are called the rocks? Okay, whatever. Gideon, the Core Hookmasters. There's Jace, the Mind Mage, with Illusionary Projections and Leyline Phantoms. And then there's Liliana with her Blighted Reavers and Restless Zombies. So, okay. Well, it's pretty cool. And then these would be the spell cards. I'm sure each player is going to get their own set of spell cards. Whew. The biggest problem with an unboxing is doing the cards. It's the one thing I always have the most problems with. So I have no nails. Alright. Let's so here we go. Just look at some of these. So very, well, no, not very different looking. Like, you see mana symbols, just like in Magic, but otherwise the card layout looks really different. So paths revealed. These are Overrun. See, they're reusing spells from the game. So there's Overrun, Fog. Okay, cool. So yeah, they're reusing some of the art. That obviously, I think probably all of it is reused, but probably within the context of the game that behaves somewhat differently. Well, let's take a look at Titanic Growth. How was that one? What's it say here? Creature you control within 6 clear sites gets +3. Okay, so yeah, what's the original Titanic Growth? Is it like +5 or +6 or something like that? I don't know. Incinerate, Flames of the Firebrand, Chandra's Outrage. I remember that artwork. Cool. Fire Breathing. I remember that. Cool. They look really good. I mean, again, can't fault them for using the same artwork because it's so good. Yeah. Alright. Sorry. I'm hunched over my camera and it's hurting my back. Mind Control. I love that artwork. I really love that. That's so good. I love that one too. Someone I knew, one of my friends actually did alternate art for that, which is really cool. And then Liliana's cards in the back. That's cool artwork too. Well, they went with their A-game artwork, that's for sure. Okay, so that is everything, like really everything, in the Arena of the Planeswalkers Magic the Gathering board game. Can't wait to give it a play. It looks like a fairly simple, sort of straightforward arena combat game, hence the title, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's hoping, fingers crossed, and many of the superstitions you believe in. Thanks for watching. Take care. Review coming soon.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. And make sure to check out our sponsor, Board Game Bliss, where you can find an amazing selection of games from around the world. BoardGameBliss.com. Thanks for your support.